hope you had a lovely Christmas and yeah, I'm finishing off the year and I'm really excited to do it. So today's video is about my favorites of the year. So favorite books that I've read, favorite films, shows, music, products, anything that I've really fell in love with this year. I'm going to tell you about it. So let's get into it. Okay, so this was actually a really good year for some of these things. I was really impressed. So my favorite songs. So basically anything by Ed Sheeran, Lewis Capaldi, Sam Ryder, yeah, they really brought it this year. I think I really liked their stuff. They were my favorites, definitely. There were some artists that I liked one or two songs, but these guys, they brought every single I fell in love with. So yeah. Okay, so my favorite books that I read were 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. This book is amazing. It really does. Some of it's just so simple as well, so simplistic, and it's just oh yeah, that makes sense. So I'll leave a link down below where you can find the book. If you haven't already, you need to go to the library, borrow it, have a friend borrow it, download it on Kindle, whatever it is, however you read, you got to do it. It's a really good book. Another book I fell in love with was Atomic Habits by James Clear. Everyone talks about this book and everyone talks about it for a reason. It is amazing. And I learned so much about habits and how to stack them, and about procrastination and stuff like that. And it's just making me change my mindset. And oh, it's a good book. Another book you've got to read if you haven't already. Another book that I enjoyed was about hygge, which is a Danish thing, and it's becoming very popular. And I love when other cultures share their stuff, because it's so nice to I don't want to say steal, but to share the experience that they have, which is completely normal, and then we have it but we don't have it, and then it's oh, that's how they do it, we should totally be doing it. So yeah, my hygge book by Mike Viking. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm probably destroying it, and if so, I apologize. But yeah, he's his books on hygge are amazing. I love all of them. But the one that I read this year was My Hygge Home, how to incorporate it into your home, and how the way your home is designed can affect it and stuff, and different lighting and the furniture and the windows. So yeah, it's a really good read. So those were my favorite books. Okay, favorite films. I only really have two favorite films, two films that stuck out more than the others. And you'll probably be saying well, why not this film? Why not that? These two are just the ones that really stuck out. And the first one is Ghosted, starring Chris Evans. And the film wasn't even the film was good. The film is good. But I think what stuck out most for me was the cameo appearances. Everyone was in it, and it was funny and actiony. I love when action and comedy combine. So yeah, it was a good film. I think I gave it 4.5 stars, something like that. But yeah, it is a good film. If you haven't seen it already, I recommend you do. But this film that I'm going to mention next is the film of the year for me, and I'm sure it's probably the film for you as well, some of you anyway, and that was Red, White and Royal Blue. Oh my god, it was just so good. I've lost count how many times I've seen it, and I think I saw it like twice, possibly 3 times the day it came out. I don't know, but I've lost count how many times I've watched it. It's a really good film. I think it is become my new comfort film. It has everything that you could want, really. Well, it doesn't really have action, but well, yeah, it doesn't really have action, but it's romantic, it's comedy, um it's just really, really good, and like 4.5 stars. Like, it's a really good film. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's really good. So that was my film of the year. Okay, so right, TV shows. Now, my God, the TV shows that came out this year were so good. Okay, so we had The Mandalorian. Um, The Mandalorian was a bit up and down for me as a season, but like the ending, oh my God, good ending, good ending. 911, 911 Lone Star, The Rookie. These are like the shows that I normally watch, but I've discovered a new show. I did discover a new show this year called Will Trent, and I liked that. I wasn't sure at first that I was going to be into it, but I ended up watching the whole season and loved it, and I was very happy that it got renewed. At least I think it got renewed. Anyway, Will Trent was a good one. Welcome to Wrexham. I know it was like season 2, but oh my God, I don't even love football, but Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, like, genius, just genius. And then like listening to the footballers' stories, it was like, oh my God, so good. Like, it had drama, it had comedy, it had football, but whatever, it was really good. Watch Welcome to Wrexham. Even if you're not a football, I'm not a football fan, I don't get it, but the show is amazing. And then this show has to be the show of the year for me, because my God, like, it had everything. I nearly cried at one point. This like show was amazing, and I'm a bit worried what they're gonna do for further seasons. But The Last of Us, oh my God, it deserves every award that they're getting nominated for. It was so good. The cast was amazing. The story, the writing, the directing, everything. It was so good. So for me, The Last of Us was like the show of the year, and it was really annoying is it was at the start of the year, so it was like bam, we started off really well, and then everything else kind of just like fizzled, at least in my opinion. There hasn't been a show like it, but then I didn't watch everything, so maybe there was a show that was just as good, but for me, The Last of Us was amazing. And I'm not a gamer, but I knew what the game was about, and I think they stuck pretty close to it. I know they made like slight changes, but overall the story was the same, and oh, they did such a good job. I mean, oh my God, I felt things, and you know a show is good when you feel things. Like, you don't even just like, no, that was funny. No, oh my God, my adrenaline when he's like killing everyone. Oh, it was so good, so good. So I am worried. I am worried about how they're gonna do season 2, because I do know what happens in the game, and obviously they're probably gonna stick to it. So I'm like, ah! But yeah, Last of Us. So those were my favourites for 2023. Leave a comment down below. What were some of your favourites? I'd love to hear from you. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.